Saturday, December 31st, the year is 2022. This is the last day of 2022. And as you all can hear Grayson in the background scratching that door, I just took him out. As soon as we got outside, I was taking him a walk around and go to the bathroom before I did this video. It started pouring down rain. I said, oh shit. So like any good dog owner, I left their asses out there in that rain and ran back in the house. While they were running around, I said, okay, I'm not going to chase behind y'all in this rain. I said, I'm going back in the house. So they running around in the rain, running around. I don't know if they used the bathroom. I don't know what they did out there because I was inside the house looking out over the balcony at their ass. Then when they got back in here soaking wet. So they're over there in the room now. So Grayson's going to be throughout the video because I'm not letting his wet ass out here. Grayson wet, Ginger soaking wet. It's like she went out there and took a bath. They got food, they got treats, they got water, they got a nice comfortable bed over there to lay on. And get their asses over there. Grayson, I'm going to put you in that cage. You want me to lock you up? Yeah? Okay. Let me lock him up in his cage so he can be quiet instead of scratching up this damn door over there. I'll be right back. So Grayson's down in his cage. He nags. I'll lock that ass up. I'm tired of him scratching at that damn door. Nice hot cup of coffee. Last day of 2022 in Atlanta, as of December 19th, just in the city of Atlanta, not including the surrounding suburbs, as of December 19th, there were 162 murders. Now, I believe that number is going up by 10. Because today is the 30th. That was just 19. I was trying to get the right number. So about 10 more murders have been added to the list, including the unfortunate police officer, that 24-year-old Fulton County Sheriff's deputy who was shot and killed. If you go online, you can find the 2022 homicide list, and they have pictures of everybody and what happened. And it's just a sad scenario of all these young people of various ages, as young as 12 or 13, in various neighborhoods, streets that I know. I'm looking at these streets, like 1085 Castlewood Drive. We used to own a duplex down on Castlewood Drive in the Sylvan Hills area. And that area was going through gentrification, still going through gentrification. And I thought that was, someone was killed at 1085 Castlewood Drive. And if I'm correct, that's right near the house that we had on Castlewood Drive. We no longer own that home. It was sold. All these various neighborhoods, I recognize all these neighborhoods, the Old Fourth Ward, North Avenue, Grove Park, Atlanta's Westlake neighborhood, Buckhead off Peachtree Battle Road, West End. Andre Shorter, 36, was found dead in what police believe was an abandoned house. He had been shot to death. It's some very weird things here. Another man was critically injured, shot and killed in a shooting at a laundromat in Atlanta's West End neighborhood at 8:15 p.m. Various times of the day, various ages. Officers were called to a home on Scott Ridge Drive at about 3:10 p.m. of a person shot. 3:10 in the afternoon, Tobias Pointer Jr., 25, died before he can take him to the hospital. 5:30 in the afternoon, Kobe Price, 22, killed in Atlanta's Glen Rose Heights. I know what that is. It's just crazy. 5 o'clock in the morning, 2600 Abela Drive off Cleveland Avenue. David Michael, 58, was shot at Advanced Auto Parts just north of Custer Avenue at around 9 p.m. I know exactly what that is. He died 4 years later. He died 4 days later. I mean, that was right there on Moreland Avenue. I know exactly. I've been to that Advanced Auto Parts. That's crazy. I mean, seriously, I've been to that store. It just some of this stuff you don't quite understand what happened. You know, why was this person killed or why were they shot? I mean, this David Michael Davis, who was killed at the Advanced Auto Parts. You know, a very handsome guy, was born in 1963. Most people go into that out there in that parking lot there over there fixing their cars. Was he robbed? Was somebody trying to rob him or something? I mean, because I've been to that Advanced Auto Parts and people go over there and fix their cars. If you have, even some simple task as changing your windshield wipers or something. You know, it's interesting to read this stuff. Here's a guy who was shot and killed right near City Hall on Trinity Avenue before 4 p.m. That's right back, and this was on September 14th. Various dates, various places all over the city, various women, men, children. The vast majority of them are black. Those of you who if the question is into your head. Now, this girl, Ava Phillips, was 7 years of age, was shot in the head and killed during an argument at a family gathering in Atlanta's Old Fourth Ward neighborhood. This was on August 27, only 7 years of age. At a family gathering, something happened and bullets started flying. Yeah, I hope that as we go into 2023, you niggas learn something. In Niggerville, if you want to live, your best bet is to stay away from what? The niggas. No, I'm serious. You can't. I've had all these people call me at Walter. We have this event for New Year's Eve and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, let me explain something to y'all about New Year's Eve for me. New Year's Eve is the last day of the year. I don't go out to anyone's club, party, or event. I sit here at the house and watch TV. I want to see 2023. I'm not going to risk getting shot because some party out there shooting guns in the air at 12 midnight. Because I'm trying to get back to the house, drunk drivers going the wrong way on the highway. No. The only way I would attend a New Year's Eve event is if it were at a hotel and I had a room at that hotel, so I could leave that event at that hotel or club nearby the hotel. When I sit nearby, literally a few feet away, so I can run out that club and run on up to the house. But I don't like driving around on New Year's Eve. Too many drunk people out there. And I definitely don't like being in these neighborhoods where everybody grab a gun and start shooting. Over here, I think it's going to be relatively quiet over here. Y'all, it's so quiet in this neighborhood. It's so weird because I have people come over. Niggas stop by your house. I want to see your house. You come out and say, well, it's just so quiet. I don't know if I can live in a quiet neighborhood like this. I don't even see nobody over here. I guess some of these black folks have gotten so used to having homeless people running up and down the street and baby mamas and bus drivers, MARTA buses dropping thousands of folks off. They used to crowds of folks over here, and none of that going on. I can walk up and down the street and see nobody. I've sat in the front window of this house, taking care of business, and there'll be hours before a car would drive by. And I love it. Nice and quiet. There will be nobody out there on their porch lighting fireworks and shooting bullets into their head tonight. It'll be quiet over here. Just the way I like it. And no, I'm not having no type of event over here for New Year's Eve. Nothing. But yeah, go take a look at these deaths. Various ages. This was an interesting one right here. Damian Peterson, 38, was stabbed several times during a fight in his northeast Atlanta home. He died from his injuries at the Oak Valley Road home. Nia Warren of Tennessee was arrested the same day and charged with murder, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. This is interesting. Peterson was a graduate of Harvard University School of Law and was an attorney. You have a Harvard graduate, 38 years of age, killed at Oak Valley Road. Now, Oak Valley Road is a very nice street of beautiful townhomes. and houses over in where I used to live. I know Oak Valley. I know the city very well. Y'all lived there for 30 years. You can give me a street, and I can take you straight to it. Oak Valley Road has those beautiful. They're really houses, but they sit kind of close to each other. And they're just beautiful townhouses. But actually, you know what? If this is correct, he was at Oak Valley. So he was killed in that high rise off Oak Valley Road. Yeah, he was killed at this high rise. This is not the townhouse. This is the other Oak Valley. This is the one Oak Valley right there off Peachtree Road. Damian Peterson, 38, was stabbed several times during a fight in his condominium. He died from his injuries at Oak Valley Home Road. Nia Warren of Tennessee was arrested and charged the same day with murder, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. Peterson was a graduate of Harvard University School of Law and was an attorney. You have a prestigious attorney stabbed to death in his home. He died, this was a Saturday, August, he died on Saturday, August 20th. He spent his years in New York City and Atlanta, Georgia. He was a smart kid, kind, and inspired young man with a big heart. He was a graduate of All Hallows High School in the Bronx. He had education at Princeton University and Howard University and School of Law. You know, so this man has been to Princeton, Howard, Harvard. He wasn't married. His survivors was his mother, Roberta Maria Brown Peterson of New York, and a native of Reedsville, Georgia. Aunts. He had aunts in Reedsville and Raleigh and Jamaica, New York. I wonder was this guy, you know, just looking at this, I wonder was this guy gay. And, you know, it's just that one, I'm going to do some research on this one, Damian Peterson. But if you go to this website in the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, just read it. You know, there's so many murders that happen. You hear about somebody shooting death and you really don't know who it was and what happened. Well, here, they break everything down, the victim's name, they have a picture of the people. They have them all listed. Like I said, this is just through December 19th. They add another 10 more victims to the list. You want to live a long life? You want to live a long, healthy life? Stay away from these niggas. If you are a black person, you better be very careful being around other black people. And I don't give a fuck what nobody has to say about what I just said. You have a higher chance of being shot, stabbed, murdered, killed by somebody black than somebody white. You have a high risk. Many times, you might know that person. Many of these people on this list, they knew the person that killed them. They were in a relationship with that person, or they were friends with this person, or in associates. In these instances, they were not strangers. They knew this person. They died at the hands of somebody they personally knew. That situation that happened in Mexico on the street between Killer Robinson this year, it happens every day in the good old United States of America with friends and family members plot and kill and murder somebody they know. And many times, it's black on black assault. I would hope that what we learned from all this. When I was younger, I used to have an entourage of friends over in my homes, and I don't do any of that stuff no more. I don't want anybody around me. I'm very serious. I keep my circle to whenever y'all listen, I do these videos. Have y'all yet seen anybody in the background I'm doing these videos other than these fucking mutts over here? I just learned something about black folks and how things can go awry very quickly. People start drinking, doing drugs, and just acting a fool for no reason. we will grab a gun and shoot each other in a heartbeat without even no thought about it at all. Just grab a knife up and harm somebody for no reason. You know, y'all need to, if you go to the site and read, I mean, this shit is all over the city. I mean, Mount Zion Road, West Midtown apartment complex, Lakeem, Womack. And these are nice areas. That's the part that's killing me. That's Lakeem Womack, 29, this was on July 14, was shot and killed at a West Midtown apartment complex. West Midtown is this beautiful area that they've just built out in the past few years, past decade or so. And you wonder, what was that all about? And the person who killed him stayed at the scene and was charged with felony murder. I bet you just once you get in a situation where these people knew each other. They knew each other. This is a very, go to the, I'm going to put the link on there so y'all can go read this stuff. Sometimes it's just good just to read, because I always wonder, well, what happened here? Here's the one. Well, the parents of a 2-month-old baby, Robert Kingston Williams, were arrested after investigators determined the infant ingested cocaine before his death. So they charged them with second-degree murder. The parents, they died. He died. This is confusing. He died September. Oh, he died in 2021, but they charged him on July 13th of this year. David Minor, a 22-year-old Georgia State University student, was shot inside a Summer Hill apartment. Young guy. David Minor, young black guy. 22-year-old, handsome young man. This is sad, y'all. This stuff is really kind of sad because I know this apartment complex too. And he was only 22. A 22-year-old Georgia State University was killed student Monday. This was June 28th. He was shot inside a apartment in the Summer Hill. He was found by his friend, who said he heard the shot from the bathroom but didn't see who fired it. The friend jumped out the shower and found David Minor lying in the living room shortly after 7 p.m. I just ain't physically seen what happened. I heard gunshots. He started grasping for air right at the front door. I tried to save him. I tried to help him. Was he coming in? I know exactly what it is. This is crazy. They were trying to piece together. It was like his friend said there was no type of issue. It was just a regular day. We just came back from the store like 30 minutes before it happened. And, you know, it's just these young, bright, brilliant black people snuffed out. Y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all, stay away from these ignorant ass niggas. You just have to stay away from them. You know, I know a lot of y'all run around, I don't want to be around black people. I'm like, oh, you're going to die around these black people. Yeah. I mean, you go scroll through this stuff. All young folks, 33, 24. It's sad. They have pictures and the addresses where it took place. In many instances, they try to tell you 27 years of age, being shot, Camp Creek Parkway. Mechanicsville, you know, Mechanicsville is a deadly spot. I don't know, it just makes you wonder. Gerard, it was this Bobby Stenbridge, 31, was fatally shot after he caught unidentified suspects breaking into his vehicles at the Auburn Glen Apartments. I know exactly where the Auburn Glen Apartments are, on Boulevard. Bobby Stenbridge was fatally shot after he caught unidentified subjects breaking into vehicles. The thieves opened fire on him and his girlfriend as they fled the scene. He died at the hospital and his girlfriend was shot in the ankle. Y'all see these niggas breaking in cars. Don't y'all say shit to their asses. Don't say nothing. Hide and go the other way. Then they ran, and then the people who shot him were on scooters. Oh no, they were on scooters running about the apartment complex. This man was shot and killed over there at the Auburn Glen. I've never liked that apartment condos when they built that place. I mean, when they built it, they tore down a housing project, a Section 8 housing project, and built that damn place. And it's always been horrible over there. And people who come to Atlanta don't know no better, and they rent those apartments they're not doing, and the hood rat area they just really moved into. I don't know. It's just interesting, very just to scroll through and see who all these people were. Here's another one. Alexander Tigner, who lives in Riverdale, was shot outside the Atlanta Immigration Federal Courthouse, outside a federal courthouse at 180 Ted Turner Drive. He was 32. What was that? What time was that? What was going on at the courthouse? 2 murder suspects arrested in fatal shooting in Castleberry Hill neighborhood. They arrested 2 people for that. Jarvis Curtis, 24, shot to death at the Westmar Lobster. These are very nice places. It's like, look, Westmar Lobster is at West Peachtree. West Marietta Street. And I've always loved that building. I always thought it was a beautiful building. And literally, I've always go by there hoping they'd turn them into condos because I might. But he Westmar Lofts, Jarvis. Oh, this was on April 10th. He was from Mississippi and is survived by his mothers and 5 siblings. There were 3 possible suspects: Jarvis Curtis, who's only 24. On April 8th, Grady Scott, 28, a passenger in a Range Rover, was shot and killed in the area of Midtown, popular for nightlife. This is on Crescent Avenue. Oh, yeah, that's over there off Peachtree Street. That's crazy. I don't know what that was about. He was in a Range Rover. He was a passenger. A passenger in a Range Rover was shot and killed Friday morning in the area of Midtown Atlanta, popular for nightlife. The 28-year-old victim was discovered after an off-duty police officer heard gunshots and went to investigate. Grady Scott III. They found him dead inside the SUV around 2 a.m. Investigators were trying to determine what led to the shooting, which took place outside of several bars and nightclubs. The driver of the Range Rover was taken in for questioning. So somebody else is in the car too when this happened. Y'all better stay away from these deadly niggas going in 2023. I'm telling y'all, pay attention. All these, okay, here's another one. April 4th, Desmond K., a 35-year-old father too, was shot outside the Dagny Midtown. That's a beautiful luxury apartment, 5-star luxury building. That place the rents are $3,000 and $4,000 a month. Police said that 2 people got out of a dark sedan and began shooting Key and stealing his backpack. The Morehouse College graduate was pronounced dead when officers arrived. I remember when this happened. He was leaving that building. I remember that. I remember exactly when this happened, and I didn't realize it was at that 5-star apartment building in Dagny, right there next to Bulldogs. I know Atlanta. Yeah, I know this city, unfortunately. Roswell Road. The dive bar in Buckhead at Roswell Road, they found Malcolm Collins dead with a gunshot wound. That's up in Buckhead. You have to read the stuff and just kind of scroll through it. If you know Atlanta, you'll recognize the neighborhoods. You'll recognize the places, the streets, the addresses. In some places, you may recognize some of these people. Well, as you go into this new year, y'all better be careful out there and make a decision. I know that some of you all are young folks. You want to go out there and hang out in clubs and nightclubs and hang around other black folks and have fun. And you think they're your friends and all this stuff. Y'all need to really stop and think. The vast majority of those people I was just reading to you who were shot, killed, or stabbed, they knew the person who did it, or they just happened to come upon a crime in place, or something tragic was going on, and they unfortunately were there. And that report I read is just for the city of Atlanta. It don't include Clayton, DeKalb, Gwinnett, Cobb, Douglas County, Conyers, Henry County, none of those areas. They got a whole bunch of shit going on in those areas. Welcome to Nickelville, y'all. I know y'all just love Atlanta. But if you're going to love Atlanta, you better learn to love being at home in Atlanta in the safety of your house. And so many people killed in their own homes. One common denominator, niggas. Niggas. All them people died at the hands of another nigga. All of them. Everybody I read, every last one of them was shot or stabbed or killed by another fucking nigga. Pay attention. All of them. Every last one of these ones I read. All of them. I'm going through all of them. But hey, do what you want to do. As you all go out to celebrate New Year's Eve tonight, be careful. Make sure that you are vigilant in trying your best to stay your ass at home like me and have to go get you a bottle of Dom Perignon and sit at home and watch Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve, whatever they call this shit now. I ain't Dick Clark. I know he dead, but who took over the show? I'm going to make me another cup of coffee. And I'm going to go up to this farmer's market and pick up me some stuff to cook for dinner tomorrow. I'm picking me a big old thing of hot wings and food and fries to eat tonight. And I do every New Year's Eve. Some champagne and sit here and watch TV and go my ass to bed. Last video of 2022. I hope we all have a beautiful and prosperous 2023 and stay alive. Remember, the common denominator in all these incidents was another nigga. Be careful where you reside. And these people, I mean, these are how, I mean, some of these places almost like these high-end apartment complexes and beautiful condominiums. You know, where's the nigga safe in this Atlanta? You ain't safe. You just not. It can happen to anybody. Anyway, my condolences to the family and friends of these victims. I'm very sorry that this happened. Y'all, let's try to be vigilant and stay alive in 2023. Stay away from these. Try to stay away and out of these incidents that lead to this. Be careful who you call a friend or associate. If you have a friend and associate, and everywhere they go, they gotta have a gun and they doing drugs and all that stuff, you might just want to stay away from that person. I have friends like that. They always got a gun when they're doing drugs. It's a bad combination. Guns, drinking, it's not going to work. You just have to cut them off. And you get to ask yourself, do you really need a whole bunch of friends in your life any damn way? I don't. But hey, I'm 52 years of age. I ain't give a fuck about no damn friends. You're like, you going to be our friend. No, nigga, I ain't be friends. We ain't in high school. I ain't even like friends in high school. Grown ass 52-year-old man, I said, we ain't friends. No, we ain't friends, buddy. You get out of my face. Yeah, we gonna be friends. No, not really. But anyway, be careful out there, y'all. If you're gonna celebrate this holiday, this New Year's Eve, go out there. I would suggest you do the safety of your home. I know some of y'all are gonna be in these clubs and bars and hookahs and all this. Just be careful. And pay attention to your surroundings. And make sure that the people that you call your friends and associates that you're hanging with really are people who care about you and want to make sure you get home alive so you can see 2023. Anyway, today it is Saturday, December 31st, the year 2022. I'll see you until tomorrow. Happy New Year. Have a safe New Year's Eve. Be careful out there. Thank you all for being on this journey with me throughout 2022. It's been quite a journey. Yeah, thank you all. I really do appreciate you riding along with me through these videos and hanging out with me here on YouTube. And I'll see you all in 2023. Have a great New Year's Eve. Happy New Year.